Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm excited to show this to you. It's something simple. It was something I'd been inspired by a certain scene from Bull Durham, the movie Bull Durham. Kevin Costner. It's a baseball movie. I won't get into the plot, but there's this wonderful scene where it's like a soliloquy. If you know what a soliloquy is, it's something in plays where the character gives this good speech. It's not dialogue between one character and another. It's just a nice chunk of something the character says that's very meaningful. So there's what I would call a soliloquy between Kevin Costner's character and Susan Sarandon, and I think there's a third character. And one of the characters says something like, "I believe in true love," or something like that. And Kevin Costner, almost like a rebellion, Kevin Costner's character says, "I believe in," and he starts reminiscing about things he holds strong to, and um, what he truly believes in genuinely. So, inspired by that, I thought I should make a list like that too. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read off a list of some things, like some of them are like an idyllic life. Some of them are just simply truisms that I believe. Okay, you get the hang of it. Okay, first one is a little wonky because I was just starting off, but I believe in accurate grammar for the sake of a mindset towards accuracy. I believe in being motivated by principles. I believe in quality in what you produce and wanting quality in what you consume. Being in a society that honors knowledge and those who have it. Uh, those who have it. Being engaged in clearing your mind and life of struggle with the intention of success. Yeah, we all go through, I imagine we all go through struggle, but as long as you're engaged in trying to put your life in order and deal with those lingering issues and concerns in your life to maybe you won't ever get there, but at least you're putting in the effort. Um, I believe in a long memory of what has preceded you in terms of historical literacy. That means being aware of what has come before you and being aware of the universe outside, not being afraid to grab knowledge and actually be known for being smart. Um, I believe in having enough awareness of the world around you so that you can talk to each other and be truly understood. I believe people should be genuine with each other. I believe justice should come even if delayed. I believe it's okay to be male. It's okay to be female. I believe the 1960s were our height as a nation, a national high. I believe that artists, especially storytellers, are our society's spiritual leaders. So there you go. That's what I have so far. And this coming Saturday, this being Thursday, this coming maybe Saturday or Friday, it's a long weekend. It's Memorial Day, Monday, so I have a day off. But I also want to do a video where I explain the Sephiroth, the nodes in this network in Kabbalah, a famous diagram called the Tree of Life. What is the Tree of Life? I won't go. I'll save that for the video. But essentially, it's a diagram in Jewish Kabbalah that's divided up into three parts. The top part is the mind. The middle part, it deals with emotions, and the bottom part is basically the ground you stand on, the environment you're in, and it deals with light as a euphemism for energy, like life force flowing through all the nodes or the vessels, and it's a network. The top part of the mind. the very top, in the center, the top circle, I'll just call it a circle, a container, called a Sephirah, is the crown. And there are two ones on either side. It would flow towards the one called Chokmah, which means it's translated as wisdom, but the impression is of, I would say, like spark of something. It's hard to put in human words. Uh, then the light would flow from that towards understanding. Now, it might help you to understand. The wisdom part is male and masculine or male, and it flows toward the feminine, which would be understanding. Difference between the two is that understanding gestates the what would had been created or incubated, what had begun in wisdom. Is it wisdom? Knowledge would be dot. I think it's wisdom. Um, it's more like thought, but the thought has to be given form and structure. So that would be understanding, and you can see this in the creative act, any creative act where you have all these inspirations. I prefer to think of it as also being inspiration, and then it has to gestate. That's why it's feminine. Has to gestate and be given form and structure. And in the middle part of it, there are six of them, and the top two, one on either, their counterparts. One is chesed, which I would translate to be, it's translated as loving kindness, it's outpouring, and the other is restraint, restriction. Now, one is not inherently good while the other is bad. It's more like there's a time to have loving kindness. One example has been rain. People use is rain. Rain um, Rain can be given by the deity um, to nourish and like water the plants and to nourish. However, too much rain would be overdoing it. Could actually, like a flood, it could actually kill. So there's the element of restraint. So you need both in order to have good balance. And then these two, and then down here, one directly beneath the other, is Netzach and Hod. Netzach is typically translated as victory. I think I'll read through, but I think the concept is an ongoing effort, zeal, to continue working, and maybe you'll see how this isn't just some esoteric. I mean, it's in some sense esoteric, but it's not something that's very vague. It deals with everyday actual life. That's one of the great things I like about it. And then its counterpart is Hod. Now, as far as before I check into it, my concept, my impression of it is that it's the awe. So you have the earnest work that must be done, and then the other part is the awe at seeing what's been created or what the work results in. So it's like studying and studying, and then you do the test, and then the awe would be the A plus plus on the exam. And then right in the middle, we have these four in each corner. And then in the middle is Tiferet, which would be beauty. And how that works is that you can have Gevura, Chesed and Gevura. Gevura is the restraint. I forgot to mention that. Gevura goes through Tiferet, beauty in the center, and then goes to Netzach, or it could go to Hod. And the quality of what's received depends on the pathway of light channeling through. And then also in the center, you have Netzach and Hod, and then there's another Sephirah in the center. So you have three in the center. You have Keter, which would be the crown, the top, and then you have Tiferet, and then below that you have Yesod. So Keter is very much at the top, and then Da'at is a comparison sort of between the two either sides of in the mind. In terms of the mind, you have wisdom, and then you have understanding, and then the two. I'm trying to think, it's like the concept of synthesis, antithesis, and the two together. Again, in the video, I'll explain this further. So that the Da'at means knowledge, literally, and that's the center one related to the mind, and then Tiferet is the center one related to the middle part, which would be the emotions, and then the bottom part in the center is Yesod, and that's where the energy comes out, and it goes down a stem pathway to Malkut, which means king, translates as kingdom, and that relates to the outer world around you. So it can be either conceived of as it's the same network of 10 Sephirot networked, but you can think of it either as a tree or as a human, and so that's why it's called the Tree of Life. But it also but anthropomorphized, you can think of the Netzach and Hod as the legs, and the Gevurah and Chesed as the arms, and there's a thematic reason for that, and then the mind, the brain at the top. So I'll get into that further. I don't want to belabor it, but that's a little preview of the Tree of Life. So I'll talk with you next time. All right, so long for now.